The second one is poor running technique. So there's almost always, when we get a kid in, there's at least one or two, if not more, things we can fix when it comes to their sprint mechanics and their running technique. There's three of the most common areas when it comes to running technique. The first one is their foot contact to the ground. So how are they contacting the ground with their foot every time they take a step, with every stride? And the big common mistake we see on that is they either heel strike or they're flat-footed when they're trying to sprint. So when they're accelerating out or when they're in their full sprint, they're running flat-footed on the ground, or they're hitting their heel first and pulling themselves through. And so that increases ground contact time, so it makes your strides slower, and then so that in turn will make you slower, and then it'll also could potentially cause some other injuries or issues, whether it be heel pain, whether it be ankle pain, or just things that are kind of go up the chain link right there, because you're pounding on that heel so much every time you take a step, which it's not made for that, right? You're made when you're sprinting to hit on the ball of your foot and then to drive off of that, and it'll make, like I said, that ground contact time will be much quicker, and you'll be able to get more strides in at a faster rate, which will then increase your speed. The second thing for running form is posture. Okay, so when you're running, and when we're accelerating, okay, the first 10 to 15 yards of our sprint, and we're accelerating, are you leaning into it properly, or are you popping straight up? Okay, and same thing, if you're leaning into it, are you leaning into it but then you're rounding your shoulders over? Okay, so both of those factors will then hinder the rest of your movement. So if you're bending over too much in your movement, you can't get a proper knee drive out of it, which will then hinder your power and into your acceleration. If you're popping up too fast and you don't have a proper lean, okay, you're taking that drive phase out of your acceleration, so you're not able to get that power in that initial start and that initial run of your sprint, and you end up losing the power and you pop straight up. Okay, so you're taking that away. So there's a few things there from a postural standpoint that we can fix that will help, even without doing a lot of drills or getting you stronger. Okay, will instantly fix the way that you move, which will help increase your speed. And the last thing is arm swing. Is too much excess movement. So how much are you moving your arms? Are you moving them side to side? Are you just doing a little bit? Are you doing it too much? Okay, so that excess movement is just a lot of wasted energy, wasted movement. So it's not helping you. Any movement that you're doing that's not helping you, whether you're going linear or you're going side to side, whatever you're doing with your arms, if that's not helping you increase your speed, then it just ends up being wasted movement, wasted energy. Okay, so that arm swing can be crucial too, because that can really help generate a lot of power from your upper body, and that way you don't have to just depend on your lower body to generate that power and that explosiveness to get into your speed. Okay, so having those three things, fixing those three factors in the running form can be a huge step forward in getting you faster.